Hello ladies and gentlemen, TheBlueHedgehog2010 here, doing something a little different for this channel. You know what franchise I love? Super Smash Bros. I mean, who doesn't? It features all of your favorite Nintendo stars duking it out in one massive battle to see who reigns supreme. This franchise is still going strong, and it's all thanks to the game that started it all, Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. If there is one thing that stands out to me the most throughout the franchise, is the magnificent soundtrack that each game holds. Most of them still hold a deep place in my heart, and it's something that I enjoy listening to whether I'm on Warframe or working on a video for this channel. Considering that I'm on break from recording for this channel, I figured I'd get around to doing what I've been wanting to do for quite some time now, and that's to create a top 10 list. Let's start it off with a bang, starting out with one of my favorite franchises, Super Smash Bros. I would like to point some things out first before I start this off, however. The song has to be a unique remix to the game. No song ripped from any game is included in this list. I will be making a top 10 list for the other games within the franchise as well, just so we are clear before you decide to type in, when are you doing the top 10 for Melee? I will get to them in due time, my friends. This, of course, in the end is my opinion and my list, so if there is anything that you don't particularly agree with, why don't you leave it in the comments section below? I certainly would love to get more involved with my subscribers, and I figure what better way to start than to start a thread of some sort. I've been rambling on enough, so without further ado, here are my top 10 songs used in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. Number 10. The first game only features Classic Mode, which has songs used only exclusive to this adventure. Meta Crystal is one of them. This plays when going against Metal Mario. I never found this track to be catchy, so it made sense to have it as a number 10 spot. I originally was going to put Training Mode music here, but thanks to another song, that song never made it to the list. It was boring and shallow compared to this song, so at least the song has that going. Number 9. This mode also features bonus games. There are 3 of them in total: Break the Targets, Board the Platforms, and Race to the Finish. The song used here is what is next on this list. I've always loved clearing target tests the most out of the 3, considering that the stage layout is different within each character. The song chosen for this is a bit lackluster, but it's certainly better than nothing. I somehow find this tune better than the bonus game track used on Super Smash Bros. Melee, but that's for another video. Number 8. Now we get to move on to the unique stages featured in this game. There are so many songs I love in this game, but this goes to the number 8 spot considering that I just don't particularly like this track at all. When I want to fight in a DK setting, I want to have music that will motivate me to fight, and this track just does not do it for me. Don't get me wrong, I like this track. It was perfect on Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, but I just don't find it appealing here. I guess I have the other games to blame that spoil me with their eargasm of tracks. Number 7. Legend of Zelda happens to be my favorite franchise as well. I started out pretty late with Wind Waker for the GameCube, but eventually I got into the other games later on when I had the chance to pick them up and play it. Hyrule Castle is a glorious stage and has one amazing track to go with it. This track is known throughout the franchise, so it's hard to forget how this tune goes. In the end though, it somehow finds its way onto number 7 of this list. Number 6. I'm going to be honest, the only Star Fox game I've ever played was Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube. Before you all decide it's okay to come to my house and lynch me, allow me to explain myself. I haven't had the Super Nintendo long enough to own Star Fox, nor the Nintendo 64 to try out Star Fox 64, so now that I have access to both this system and the game, I should strongly consider trying it out. Nevertheless though, Sector Z gets the number 7 spot on this list. It's a nice tune and I find it fitting for Fox McCloud. It's just a shame that it's used on a stage that is so huge. Seriously, I just want to fucking beat you. Come on! There we go. Jesus Christ. Number 5. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the... sorry. I normally don't sing off key at all during my recordings, but when I do, it's to embarrass myself and everyone around me. Aren't I just marvelous? Anyway, Saffron City makes its way on number 5. This song gets the remix treatment on the later games that just gets much and much better. However, it's slowly getting replaced with just so much better tracks and... Oh god. Hen's Castle. Hen's Castle. Hen's Castle. But for what we have on this game for the Nintendo 64, this song earns its spot on the list. Number 4. Metroid. Why have you not had a game on Nintendo 64? Was it the limitations? Were you just too cool to be on this console? Was your model not impressive enough compared to the others? I don't know, but this song just blows my mind. I've always loved the stages based off of Metroid in each game, and this one is no exception. It's a song that gets its remix treatment in the later games as well, so as a starting song for a lovely bounty hunter, it's definitely great. Number 3. Now we get to the end of the road here. Let's start out with Dual Zone. What's this? This stage isn't featured in Versus mode? Well, that's because this was exclusive to Classic mode as well when you go against the Polygon fighting team. I gotta admit, I never paid much attention to this song, if only because there was so much going on in the game. However, thanks to the world of YouTube, I was able to listen closely to it, and I gotta say, it's pretty catchy. It's just a shame that it's exclusive to Classic mode, otherwise I can imagine that this stage gets chosen just for the song alone. Number 2. You remember Yoshi, that green dinosaur that helped you out first in Super Mario World? Well, he's got a bitchin' track that earned the number 2 spot of this list. Granted, this song is a remix from Yoshi's Story, but man, for a remix from a game I've hardly picked up and played, it's definitely mind-blowing to know that a song like this just impacts me so much to make it this far up on the list. It makes me wonder what earned the number 1 spot. Number 1. I'll let this video speak for itself.
Okie dokie.
This track, also known as Gourmet Race, makes its way to the very top of this list for being the most catchiest song I've ever listened to. The first time I heard this song, believe it or not, it was from Super Smash Bros. Melee in Adventure mode when you go against Giant Kirby. This song blew my mind when I first heard it play in the background while going against this gigantic, adorable abomination of a Star Warrior. This song is so great that it even got its various remixes for all the wrong reasons.
Park it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hard, park it like it's hard, park it like it's hard. If a nigga get an attitude, pop it like it's hard, pop it like it's hard, pop it like it's hard. Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I roll the best weed cause I got it going on.
But turns out to be so great in the end. Gourmet Race will forever be my favorite song and has every right to earn its number 1 spot of this top 10. And there you have it. What did you think of my choices for this list? Let me know in the comments below. Please don't try to come to my house and murder me. I just sit on my ass and play video games to entertain you guys. And without me around, who the hell would take my spot? Not the point. My point is that this is just solely my opinion again. If you don't like how my list looked, you can always leave a comment below saying what songs you thought could have made it to this list. But let me tell you this right now, this game alone did not offer a lot of tracks compared to its successor. So this was very hard to get together. However, that's all the time I have for this video. I've wasted your time enough with this top 10 list. Again, I will move into the other games within the franchise. I just don't know when I'll exactly get around to it. But if this gets enough positive feedback and you guys want to know more about my top 10 favorites, I may make this a thing for this channel. But that's for another time. I want to thank you all for listening in on my opinion, and as always, happy gaming, my friends.